Hey, how's it going, everybody out there in Wonderland?
The land.
Yes, thank you for tuning into another episode of Talking Trends for Thursday, July 26th.
Nice.
Is that right?
Well done.
Am I good like that?
I think you're right.
Yeah. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning into another episode. We do appreciate your time and efforts every time you tune in. Myself and Tony find interesting news articles from across the globe, and we bring them to the comforts of your home or wherever you may be listening to this. And again, we thank you. If this is your first time tuning in, unlike a lot of podcasts, we do this live. So everybody in the chat right now, we like to hear your opinions and comments on the stories that we're going to be covering.
Yeah.
And you may be wondering what those stories are.
What are they?
Oh, man, we got a doozy for you today. CVS, another pharmacy back in the news.
Here we go.
One of the pharmacists denied a transgender female her medication.
Oh, that's not good.
No.
Yeah. They just came off a bad one.
It was Walgreens.
Oh, yes. Okay, here we go.
And I was laughing yesterday.
Yeah, you didn't like
As soon as I saw the grin in your face, I was like, what are you laughing about? Anyway, Headley frontman Jacob has now been charged, not accused, ladies and gentlemen. It's formal charge now.
Yeah,
with
we got
3 accounts of sexual offenses.
Yep. Finally, the charges have come down. The hammer is coming down, baby.
Up next, you're in my effing province.
Oh, yeah. This is quite the story.
Yeah. Coming from a place I just was.
Yeah.
Happening in Toronto. One man dressed like Guy Fieri.
What's his name? Fieri?
Yeah, Guy Fieri.
Yeah, Fieri.
Approached a Muslim family.
Yeah.
And just started insulting them. I have the video for it and, of course, the story to follow up.
Nice.
And finally, which of your favorite athletes are rich or broke after their illustrious sports career?
Interesting article.
Yeah.
Some of them were pretty obvious, but you wouldn't believe the amount of money some of these people made and lost. That's the most shocking part to me, man.
Dude, I know.
It's incredible.
I've watched a couple... what is the ESPN, like 40 for 40 or 30 for 30?
Yeah.
And I've watched a couple of those, man. They're very heart-wrenching just to know what people blow through. And it's just like, I can't fathom doing that.
So much money, man. It's so much money.
Insane.
Yeah. So
quickly, we appreciate everybody who has been subscribing to our YouTube channel and our iTunes stream and feed. So if you want to do that, we encourage you to do so. Find us on iTunes and Google Play. Just type in Talking Trends Audio Podcast. That's Talking Trends Audio Podcast. And, of course, on YouTube, Talking Trends. It should come up. We might be like the 3rd or 4th one down. But
find us.
Hit us up and subscribe.
Do it.
Much appreciated. And, of course, before we get today's show started, we'd like to wish everybody a happy birthday out there. More life to you, your friends or your family, anybody that you know celebrating a birthday. We at Talking Trends like to send that out to you.
Shouts out.
Of course, we want to shout out and send birthdays to our celebrity friends. And today, celebrating a birthday would be Sandra Bullock.
54. Yeah, she's up there.
Yeah.
Still looking good.
Right? Happy birthday to Jason Statham.
The man, 51 years old.
Happy birthday to Mick Jagger.
The man who never dies, 75 years old. He'll be touring like in his 90s. I guarantee it.
Him and Ozzy Osbourne, man.
Dude, and Keith Richards, like they don't die.
I don't get it.
Period.
Out of all the drugs that they probably have put in their veins,
if you took the drugs out of their veins, they would die.
They probably would die.
You gotta have it.
Yeah. I don't know if I really want to wish this person a happy birthday. Kevin Spacey's celebrating.
Yeah, well, he's celebrating in a bunker somewhere, 59 years old. He hasn't been seen.
No. And finally, happy birthday to Joe Jackson.
Yeah, the man passed away recently, but it would have been his birthday today.
Yes.
So.
All right, batters up, ladies and gentlemen. This is an interesting story coming from CVS Pharmacy. So it goes a little something like this. CVS fires pharmacist who denied hormone prescription to a transgender woman. CVS has fired a pharmacist who recently refused to fill a prescription of a transgender woman seeking hormone medication and has since apologized. of after the incident.
Okay.
Right. Miss Hall, a transgender woman, detailed her account with the pharmacist. She claims that the pharmacist loudly questioned her in front of other customers and rejected her and her doctor's request to transfer the prescription to another location. So the story goes, on April 24th, went straight from her doctor's office to the pharmacy, prescription in hand, marked her first round of hormone therapy. I left my doctor's office elated. She wrote in a blog post, I was finally going to start seeing my body reflect the gender identity and the woman I've always known myself to be. But when she gave her prescription to the pharmacist, he denied her the medication without giving a reason, she wrote.
Here we go.
You're right. He just kept asking out loud in front of other CVS staff and customers why I was given the prescriptions, Hall wrote. I felt like the pharmacist was trying to out me as a transgender in front of strangers.
Right.
Hall said the pharmacist wouldn't return the prescription note as well. So she was unable to take it to another pharmacy. Like, who is this guy?
Wow.
Or this... I'm assuming, I don't know if it's a guy or a woman. I left the store feeling mortified, as I think a lot of people would, even if it could be any medication, because it's supposed to be a private matter.
Yeah, for sure.
Matter. After she called her doctor's office to explain what happened, the office contacted the pharmacist, who continued to refuse to fill the prescription or explain why.
Wow.
Ultimately, the local Walgreens filled the prescription without question.
Shouts out.
Right? And Hall decided to transfer all of her continuing prescriptions to that Walgreens. Again, this news of the encounter comes weeks after another woman, which we covered on the show, was denied her miscarriage medication at a Walgreens. It's so weird.
Wow. They just get to choose whoever they want to fill subscriptions for. It's
basically.
Good. Yeah, nice.
So I think both pharmacists' actions were justified under this crazy Arizona law.
Oh, is this that law from before? Oh,
this is
God. There we go.
Right? So Arizona is one of the 6 states that allows pharmacists and pharmacies and pharmacists to refuse to fill prescription on religious or moral grounds.
Right.
Anyways, CVS, however, fired its employee and apologized to Hall on last Friday.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, it's crazy in this situation where, I mean, a part of a pharmacist's job, I believe, is a little discretion.
Major part.
You would
That's
think.
a major part for
you
sure.
Think a little privacy.
Absolutely.
Why do they have those little cubicles? Or you actually can go into a little room now in some pharmacies and discuss whatever prescription or medication you're getting.
A little more privacy. Yeah, totally.
Right? So tons of people need the privacy for their prescriptions, and this person was clearly a jerk.
Well, it's that law. That Arizona law allows them to implement basically their own personal beliefs.
Basically.
Whether they feel like filling a prescription or not, which is ludicrous.
Yeah.
I mean, if anything in the medical field, you're supposed to be unbiased.
Yeah.
Right? It's all based on science and fact. It's not based on your opinion, your religious, but nothing at all.
Yeah.
So, and it seems like in Arizona, well, there's a crack in this system here where they can just implement their own beliefs in the system and to patients for medical purposes.
Exactly.
It's ludicrous.
And I find it interesting where you can disagree all you want about someone's beliefs or life's choices, but if your employer asks you to serve someone and you don't, you're not doing your job. And that's literally all your job is to fill prescriptions. And
that's your job description.
Yeah. That is your job description.
Yeah, exactly. And on top of it, this pharmacist kept the prescription. Wouldn't give it back.
Yes. Unbelievable.
What?
Wouldn't even give her the option.
Are you kidding
to
me?
take it to another pharmacy.
That is absolutely crazy. I like the fact that Walgreens stepped up.
Me too. I like it. Well, I mean, they knew they messed up the other week, so.
Yeah, but so weird. The other week they wouldn't. What? Guys, make up your mind. You guys just play back and forth. Is that?
Yeah.
Trying to help out a little bit. You know, now they got to get their rep back up because the CVS, I don't know, man. It's a back and forth situation there.
It's kind of like if if you believe that alcohol is sinful, but you worked at a liquor store. No, I don't believe you should have this bottle of alcohol today.
Yeah, you're good.
You're good today. You're good today.
It's like your own personal soapbox.
Yeah.
Come on, guys. Come on. Arizona, get it together, man.
Yeah, you're messing it up.
Yeah, you're really messing it up.
Yeah.
This is not good.
Yeah.
But, well, it's a good thing she got it filled.
Yes,
that's a good thing.
Ultimately, it's just I just can't imagine the embarrassment, or I mean, just like she said, she was mortified, and I mean, it's a private matter, and getting, I'm assuming though those medications you're transitioning into, I mean, that's a huge step in your life.
Well, difficult enough as it is.
Right.
Without having someone to ridicule you.
Exactly.
In front of the public.
Yes.
That's not right.
No.
It's not right. It's a difficult thing to already have to try to accept.
Yes.
You know?
And another thing that's going to be difficult for a lot of people to now accept would be accepting.
Hey.
Jacob.
You got to accept.
Haggard?
You committed. Haggard.
I don't care.
Haggard. Haggard.
Who cares?
I don't know. Whatever.
Jacob, who cares?
Jacob.
Everybody's just going to have to accept that this man is a pervert.
He is and officially been charged as a pervert. The recent release of a stark mugshot, as you see here on your screen, featuring the rock star Jacob Haggard, has raised questions about how Toronto police decided when and why to make public such an image. Upon its release on Monday, many observers took to social media to wonder why a photo of Headley frontman charged with 3 sexual offenses involving 2 females was so readily available when the image of the accused serial killer Bruce MacArthur was not. So they were ready to put this. It's good story, people. It's good media. Come on, it's good buzz. Anyways, the result of so anyway, there's included somebody. What am I doing here? Oh, sorry.
I'm not sure.
As a result,
I could not tell you.
I'm so lost right now. Okay, so as we know, Jacob.
Yes, let's just call him Jacob.
Jeez, yeah. I'm not saying Haggard anymore.
No.
He was
It's disgusting.
Yeah, very disgusting.
Yeah.
So he's up on multiple charges here, of course. Issued a photo along with a press release Monday saying that the former Canadian Idol contestant was charged with sexual interference and 2 counts of sexual assault involving a woman and a girl. So this is not good. Right now, they're, of course, going through the process. So the charge is the first part. That's what they're doing now. And then they'll go on to the trial. So these are serious offenses, especially the one against the girl. This is underage.
Yeah.
So it's a whole different level of offense here, obviously.
Disgustingness as a human
Totally,
being.
because there's no consensual from that side, obviously, because it's underage.
Yeah.
But the 2 counts of sexual assault, those are the big ones here. Sexual interference, that's one thing. Yeah. But the sexual assault is a whole different ballgame. So, yeah, he will be going to trial. He's officially been charged, and he is definitely going to go to trial and see what happens. So, as we already reported, this thing came down the line, what was it, last year? No, earlier this year. Yeah. Of course, him being involved with underage girls, backstage, the whole thing, trying to get them to come drink with them, the whole thing. And, of course, after that, everything fell apart. The tour, management agents, everybody was gone. The label dropped them. It was all over. Yes.
Very toot sweet.
Very quickly. And actually right on the tail end of course, multiple other sexual...
Yes, it was almost, I wouldn't say in the height of the Me Too movement, but there was definitely a peak for it. I mean, it seems a little bit more quiet now. It's in the valley transition, but again, with the Me Too movement, it could go up and down. And I mean,
I think when we first started doing the show, it was at the height. We had a lot of news, right?
It was it was like every day there was a different story about someone
great.
else.
I mean, it wasn't great, but for media, it was great.
Yes.
So Jacob will be appearing in court today. To see what's going on. So we'll probably have a follow-up on this probably tomorrow.
Great.
He'll put in his plea, whether he pleads guilty or not guilty. I will assume not guilty will be the plea.
But as
directed by his lawyers, I'm sure.
You know what? Just be a man. Be a man, Hogan, and just say, just admit it. Just save everybody some time, some money. Save your family and your friends some embarrassment. Get the help that you goddamn need, my friend.
He needs to get off the radar, like a lot of these people.
Well, I think he was for a bit, and then this came up pretty much.
He did, and then this popped up, of course. But now, I mean, it was going to come full circle. Now he's got to go to court. He's got to face it. The charges, we didn't know whether the charges were going to be, 10 different charges.
Well, that's what a lot of people, even on our YouTube channel, there's a couple comments where we first started covering the story. Yeah. A lot of people were like, "Oh, like how dare you judge him? Like he's innocent until proven guilty." Yeah. It's like, well, those accusations have now turned into this.
Yeah, this is now. I mean, they don't put forward a charge unless they have proof.
Yes,
evidence.
So,
which they have now, obviously, is they have enough to actually go and actually charge him officially. You don't charge someone officially unless you have all that, right? Which they obviously do now, and that's 3 different situations here. Yes. So that's no joke. You ain't getting away from all 3, buddy.
And I hope
that
the people involved show up to their cases. And I mean, if he is going to plead not guilty or what have you, I mean, keep showing up and you got to make an example of these people that do these ridiculous things and they think they can get away with it.
Yeah, and I think here's the sad part. I think when he does go to court, you're going to have so many fans outside the courtroom that are going to be supporting this idiot. And you're going to, I guarantee you, a lot of them are going to be underage girls that are fans of the band, right? And they're going to be their support, which is crazy. Like, guys, this is real.
Yes.
This is not just a joke anymore, ladies out there. This is a real deal.
Guys, too. I'm sure there's going to be a couple guys.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I mean, you see it. There's famous serial killers who people just gravitate towards, send them fan mail, even want to can picture themselves getting married to these individuals. And I mean, it has happened. So
true story.
I don't get it, but
yeah, no, it's a true story. But anyway, he'll go and he'll actually face these charges, and we'll do a follow-up. You know, I like follow-ups.
Yeah.
Especially on this guy.
Yeah.
Follow him for a little while. I got it in for him. I'm coming to get
you have your list at home, and you're just like, you look at it every day like, Jacob.
I got one of those serial killer charts, you know, with the lines and all
exactly.
that stuff. I don't know. It's pretty serious.
Yeah, with the yarn and everything.
Yeah, with the yarn, different color yarn.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Tony's on the case.
I'm on there.
Yeah.
I'll get down to justice right now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
So, we'll see what happens.
It's that time, my friend.
It is that time.
Halfway through the show.
And sorry about being late today. That's my fault completely. And I'm sure, it will. I'll try not to let it happen again.
It's good though, but you know what? That it takes a big step. That Jacob won't do. At least you're admitting to a mistake, and that's how you get crimes. That's how you get better in life. You have to admit to mistake, and then that's when you know, okay, this is what I have to work on to be better for next time.
There you go. See? You gotta. Step one. Admitting.
Sometimes you're wrong. I mean, I'm wrong every goddamn day.
Every day, all the time.
Thank you for confirming.
That's what friends are for.
Yeah.
Speaking of friends, thank you guys for joining us today. Brandon, the World Traveler Blaze. Man, where are you today? I don't even know. This guy, if you follow his Facebook, is incredible.
Yeah.
He's all over the world.
Amen.
Julie's in the house. Of course, she always likes to join us. Megan's in the house. Joe's in the house. And I think I had a few more, but I had to redo my thing.
Oh, my goodness.
Anyway, all of you, I'm sorry.
Thank you,
but thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thank you. We really do appreciate your time.
I got into watching, listening to our own podcast on the actual podcast.
Oh, how narcissistic of you, my friend.
No, I didn't realize. I was like, oh,
you're like, who are these guys?
I didn't realize I had the app.
Okay.
And I was like, that sounds pretty. The sound quality is really good. I was very impressed with that sound quality.
You're welcome.
Yeah, very well done.
Yeah,
Chief.
and you're like 5 stars.
Well, I gave us 4.5. I don't want to go full 5.
Feel free to give the 5-star rating if you see us on the iTunes. Again, that's the Talking Trends audio podcast.
There you go.
On iTunes.
And I just noticed a Buddha behind us.
Yeah.
Was he there yesterday?
No, I brought him in today.
All right. Good move, man.
Yeah, I mean, the dog is still here.
Okay, red dog.
The red dog.
Yeah.
But I feel like the Buddha's
nice.
It kind of fits the vibe of the room.
Right between the two NFL helmets. Very nice.
Yeah, it's good. Nice touch. Little piece for...
Is that disrespectful to Buddha? No.
I don't know.
All right, we're good.
Buddha knows that I mean no ill intent.
Down with Buddha.
Right. What I'm not down with.
What are you down with?
I'm not down with a lot of racism. But I mean, it seems like we are on this show, the amount of times we cover it, but we're not down with it.
We're not down with it. We're bringing awareness to it.
Yes, exactly.
There's a difference.
In this case, man, coming from Canada. Man,
this was a brutal video, bro.
This hurts my soul.
Yeah, it was hard.
So it goes like this. It's my effing province. Man yells at Muslim family near Toronto Ferry Terminal. When Hassan Ahmad decided to visit Toronto for the first time, man, what a great experience for your first time in Toronto.
Right.
First time with his wife and 2 children from Saskatoon.
Yeah.
The last thing he says he expected to see was a man yelling racist insults at a Muslim family.
Way to go.
Yeah. Ahmed shot a video of a man berating and shoving a group of people at the Jack Layton Ferry Terminal. The video has gone viral with over 350,000 views on Facebook. Ahmed was waiting with his family to buy tickets to Center Island that afternoon when he saw a commotion near the ticket booth. He says a blonde man wearing a Hawaiian shirt started following a family and shouting insults.
Yeah.
He was swearing, pushing people, and telling this family to get out of the province, he said. Ahmed said that he could call police immediately and waited more than 20 minutes for officers to arrive. Toronto police say they responded to the calls about an assault at the terminal around 6:30 p.m. on Monday, but no arrests, of course, were made, oddly enough.
Wow.
In that time, he pulled out his phone and started filming the incident. It was racist, he said. I think he was going to hit the family, and I was honestly worried. The 4-minute-long video shows a blonde man confronting a younger bearded man and getting into a heated exchange. The situation escalated to verbal and physical threats between the two men. The man repeatedly screams expletives towards the family. I don't give a F. You don't tell me what to do in my province, he said. You don't ask me a effing question. It's my effing province.
Yeah,
the beard losing it. Yeah, I don't get it. I don't understand this ownership of countries and provinces and states. Like, did you and your family discover Ontario, my friend?
Yeah, he didn't discover anything.
Or USA? Like, I don't know. No. Anyway, so the bearded man, of course, responds saying he was born in Toronto.
Yeah.
Which is usually the response for a lot of these. It's like, get out of my effing country. It's just like, dude, I was born here too.
Yeah, dude, I live next to you.
Yeah, exactly. I see you go. We see each other at the convenience
We went to school
store
together.
Yeah,
bro.
what the hell?
What are you talking about?
Yeah, get out of here. So anyway, Ahmed says he witnessed the whole incident, really shook up his family. My daughter's 9 years old and my son is 12 years old. We're Muslim too. My wife and daughter wear a hijab, as well as they were so scared. I mean, that's another thing. It's like to do that in front of adults, but then to do that in front of children and just kind of continue to act like an idiot and not catch yourself. Yeah, and go about your day is another thing in front of kids. And
he was quite drunk,
apparently,
from what I understand. I think they even said that maybe in the video.
Yeah. We'll play the video for a second for you. I mean, it is 4 minutes, but we'll play it for like 30 seconds.
There's some language in there, so
yeah, there's a couple swears. So if you got any kids around, I mean, if they're cool with the swears, I mean, this video is of course for them.
You shouldn't be watching this show if you're cool with the swears.
Yeah, I'm surprised. Yeah, I kind of cut the curses down for this story. I've been censoring myself.
Yeah, I'll make it up for you.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. So in the 8 years Ahmed lived in Canada, he says it's the first time his family has ever experienced any sort of confrontation of this sort. But he says the incident allowed him to have an important conversation with his children. I mean, I think it would be very hard pressed for any individual who is not Caucasian to not run into some sort of racial bigotry within their life. Sad to say. Yeah, I thought I could have coasted through, but I experienced mine pretty early, and I've experienced it recently. Yeah, I've experienced it recently, and I mean, again, it's a sad reminder. We still have a long way to go as far as a society, but I mean, again, it's just you don't want to hear these things. I mean, this is something you expect to hear from like the United States, but then again, one thing to hear it in Toronto, Ontario, but then I mean, in my neighborhood or your neighborhood, I don't know. It's just very distraught
for sure.
So anyway, there are some bad people in this world, but they aren't all bad. Toronto is a great city, and we won't let this one incident stop us from coming back. Well, good on you, sir. And see, we need more individuals like that.
Agreed.
Right? Willing to turn the other cheek, if you will.
Yeah.
Police say they have spoken with the man involved, but again, no charges have been laid, and the investigation is still open. So we're going to play a little bit of the video, and 3, 2, 1, here we go.
Where you at? Well, your breath smells like alcohol. I don't give a fuck. You don't tell me what to do in my province. Your province? No, it's my province. Do it. You don't ask me a fucking question. You don't fucking ask me a fucking question here. In my fucking province. If I do something, if you do something to me, what? In my fucking province? Hey, yo, you have a call 911.
Hey, don't fucking touch him.
Don't touch him. Hey,
he's drunk, man. Let him go. He's drunk.
Yo, I'm telling you, move. Stay right here.
You can smell him. Follow him.
Yeah, the old racial belly bump. Like you gotta appreciate those when he said, "Get out of my province," and thrust the mustard.
I wish they would have given him a beat down.
I know. But
There's
you know
like
what?
3 of them there that
I
would have just
know.
taken him out so quick.
I know. The out of shape.
Power to them to have a restraint.
Exactly.
I'm telling you right now.
Yeah, and I mean, it looks so good on them because you know what? I think if they probably would have responded, I mean, this story could have been
It would
twisted
have been
another
bad.
way,
Yeah, of
perhaps.
Of course.
And the police probably may have arrested them and charged them.
You never know.
Sadly enough,
I
but
mean,
again,
luckily there was enough witnesses around
exactly
to really know what was going down.
Exactly what would have escalated and brought it to that situation, but people would have known, as you said. So yeah,
I think there was kids around too, which was the sad part.
right.
You know what I mean? Like obviously they're trying to set an example too for the kids and not, get violent, which is good on them again.
Yeah.
Brandon says they should have pulled the wig right off the top of his head.
Yeah, that was looking like a really bad hairpiece.
Yeah, man. Well, he looked he looked pregnant.
He honestly just looked like a Guy Fieri Donald Trump hybrid. Like it was just like
A combo plate.
Yeah, can I get a combo plate of?
Dude, it was so bad. So I see. Oh my god! But the guy is very lucky. These guys didn't go violent. Could have ended badly for him. But man, what right does someone like this have? Of all places,
I know.
the melting pot of Canada.
I know. Yeah.
With every race in the world.
And that's the thing. We've said this before. It's just like where you hear
bro.
people in New York City and like in places, and again in this instance in Toronto.
Dude.
Really bad place to be a racist because
Yeah,
you're
it
going to be
is.
running into a lot of different people who don't look like you.
No. At every corner, you're definitely going to run into them.
Right? And that's just tiring to me.
Yeah, it's sad. I mean, this guy was obviously a little belligerent, and which is may have accounted for some of it. But
I wish they would at least arrested him from like maybe public intoxication if he did indeed smell like booze.
Yeah, true. I mean, you could have at least done that. Here's the thing. What was the question? He was saying, "Don't ask me a question."
Yeah.
I think I put it up. I asked earlier. I think because when I saw the video today, I posted up and I said, "What was the question?" I think it was Bowen that said he had asked something about where they were getting the tickets. Or
Probably
something.
some directions.
Just something, right?
Simple,
and then he lost his mind. Brandon said, he didn't get charged.
Yeah.
No, he did not get charged, I guess. And they were 20 minutes to get there, and then they didn't charge him.
Right. Just,
which is ridiculous.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Overall, sad that this video. I'm sad that it went viral.
Yeah.
In one case, but I'm not because it has to show again where we have to grow. Also sad that this individual. I mean, no, you know what? This individual doesn't represent Canada. It doesn't. I don't think it represents a majority of the population.
No.
If I should say so. But again, I mean, you need these reminders to again learn that we have to be more educated ourselves and treat each other a little bit better.
Do it. Be nice.
Just be nice,
Just be
man.
nice. That's
Yeah.
easy. That's easy to do.
Right? Goddamn.
Right?
Yeah.
Speaking of swearing.
Yeah, speaking of swearing, who has stayed rich or who has gone broke? Now we're going to talk about your famous sports athletes who might have kept their money or might have not kept their money after their career.
After their illustrious careers.
Yes.
It's tough. It's tough. It's tough making millions of dollars. It's even tougher is hanging on to the millions of dollars.
Exactly.
Once your career is coming to an end and the paychecks are not flowing like they used to. So here's a few people that maybe, some of them may be a surprise, some of them maybe not. First one's Magic Johnson, which I think has done very well.
I think it's safe to say that he's probably kept his money.
As of today, Magic Johnson Enterprises, which consists...
He may as well be called Magic Johnson III.
Now listen, he retired in 1996.
Yes.
His enterprises, which consist of Magic Johnson Theaters,
Yes.
several credit card ventures,
Yes.
and a partnership with Starbucks.
Oh, and don't forget the baseball team.
Yeah, don't forget the LA Dodgers.
and-
He's the president of operations and the Lakers.
Yeah.
He's minority owners in the Dodgers, president of operations of the Lakers. So he's reportedly worth about $1 billion.
There you go.
So,
Nice.
yeah, Magic Johnson, he did all right
doing
after it was
good.
all said and done.
Yeah.
Someone who didn't do so all right, Mike Tyson.
Pictured here.
Sorry. Mike Tyson with your picture there, of course, with all the money flashing. Of course, as you guys know, heavyweight fighter for back in the day.
Yes.
During his heydays, he had earned over $400 million
Whoa.
in the course of his... And that's a lot for back in his day.
That's
not like today.
If he would have, I would like to know if they could get the inflation number for that.
That'd be interesting.
That'd be really interesting because if he made $400 million back then,
Dude.
My God. And if he was in his prime now, the way he was going through opponents back then, easily close to $1 billion.
No, for sure.
Right.
But through reckless spending, poor investments, and trusting the wrong people, they say he lost it all.
Yes.
He filed for bankruptcy in 2003, and now has been rebuilding his brand and life ever since. Sad. That's a lot of money, people.
That's insane. I mean, I've heard a couple of things that he used to have like wild parties. He used to, just take people to go buy new cars.
He would give away cars at his party.
He would just give away cars.
Yeah.
Have tigers and stuff at his house.
Yeah, all kinds of wild.
What in the world?
Listen,
but I mean, again, I don't think he was financially educated, and then of course he was surrounded by
just
Don King, one horrible,
biggest one,
a horrible human being, who probably is doing all right for himself, that the devil he is. But I mean, it's unfortunate when you see these situations where, I mean, I guess in Mike Tyson's case, he kind of came from nothing, fought his way to the top, and then eventually lost it all. But now, as you said, he's rebuilding his brand. Of course, he's been in The Hangover. He has his own cartoon show. I believe it's still running.
He's done Broadway.
He's done Broadway.
Believe it or not.
He's continuing to do some other things. Yeah. So I mean, hopefully, I think he'll be decent.
Yeah, tough when he's that young to get that kind of money.
Right.
He was super young, and he just, like you said, came from the streets, didn't know any better.
Yeah.
You dump, hundreds of millions of dollars on a kid. It's a lot to handle.
Exactly.
Right? How about George Foreman?
He's doing well now.
Another former boxer doing very well when he invested in the George Foreman grills.
But he was broke, though.
He was broke.
Yeah.
But he introduced in the grill.
Yeah.
Accessory was introduced in 1994.
Yes.
Has made over 100 million units sold. He's earning an estimated over $200 million for the investment just in that product alone.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
I know. I believe he lost a lot of his money in investing into like a local gym.
Oh, really?
I believe.
Okay.
Don't quote me. You can look it up on Google. I remember watching something, and that was I remember that was a key point where, and I think that was another reason he came back to fighting for a bit.
Yeah.
And then, of course, I think he became like the oldest person to get a heavyweight belt back and what have you.
One more boxer here as well. Seems to be a trend here with boxers. Evander Holyfield.
I don't know.
Holyfield was at the top of his game. He was
a great fighter.
Really, I actually ran into him at the airport in Atlanta like 3 years ago.
I saw the picture.
That was super cool. Although he made about $350 million as a professional boxer, former heavyweight champion Evander Holyfield had his mansion foreclosed on in 2008. And in 2012, was revealed that Holyfield had somehow squandered his fortune and was dead broke.
Wow.
Lost all that money as well. And he seems like a guy with his head on his shoulders.
He seems like it.
But
I mean, you got to think.
You just never know, man.
You're taking a lot of punches, bro.
Listen.
You're taking a lot of hits in the ring. I could rattle a couple screws loose in there.
Most definitely.
And also, I just never understood, again, maybe I won't get it until I have a couple million in the bank, but I just don't understand the point of buying a mansion. Like, let alone property tax. Like, on my house, I think it's like $3,000 a year or something like that. I can't imagine the property tax on a mansion.
I think it's more about, oh my God, forget about it.
Like, if you have to continue, like, it's one thing to buy a house. Yeah, cool. Okay, your house is paid off, but you still have to pay like property tax and upkeep on this thing. So if you own a 14, 15 bedroom house, swimming pool, that's hundreds of thousands of dollars probably every year.
Oh man, more than that for sure. Probably, I mean, to run a household like that, you're probably, putting in 20, 30, 40,000 a month maybe.
Yeah,
just including in all your utilities, property tax. You have to have a staff. You have to have lots of things, insurance, the whole thing.
Well, you kind of look at like Tyrese maybe in that situation where he was begging everybody for money, and it's just like, man, maybe he didn't think he had as much money as he thought.
You got to invest your money.
Yeah,
someone who did invest their money properly, Michael Jordan.
Oh, right.
The man.
Yeah.
One of the most powerful brands ever. Michael Jordan was destined for business success after his time in the NBA came to an end in 2003. Not only his Air Jordan shoes, some of the most iconic sneakers ever, but MJ is also the majority owner of the Charlotte Hornets.
Yep.
Recently, Forbes magazine estimated Jordan's net worth at over $1.65 billion, making him the richest NBA player of all time and the third wealthiest African American on the planet.
Damn.
So, MJ's doing all right.
Wow.
He didn't suffer for anything. Pippen, not so good. Pippen. Scottie Pippen, you know, what is it? The car dealerships? Not doing so good, buddy.
I didn't even know you had car dealerships.
Dude, he's got a bad reputation in the car dealership industry. It's not good in Chicago for him. So, you know, Jordan, you could have thrown Pippen a bone.
That just kind of shows you Jordan's character.
A little bit it does.
I heard he was an asshole.
Well, yeah,
I've heard stories that he was not a nice person.
I heard some things.
And it would be interesting. I mean, everybody scrutinizes, again, like I'm only saying LeBron because everybody compares LeBron to Michael Jordan. But they say if Michael Jordan were to be playing in this day and age with all of the close attention with cell phones and stuff like that,
right,
he would. I don't think he would be going down in history as probably. I mean, he would go down in history as one of the great basketball players.
Right.
But I think there would be probably a lot more stuff behind the scenes.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Well, it's just like you're under a microscope after every game in your life now, if you're a celebrity or an athlete. So I mean, in this case, if you're an asshole, people will find out about it.
Yeah. Oh, no doubt. There's no hiding.
No hiding. Yeah.
No hiding. Oscar De La Hoya's fortune.
Yeah.
De La Hoya did all right.
Yeah, Golden Boy.
Golden Boy, as if bringing in over $700 million from pay-per-view boxing matches wasn't enough.
That's a lot of money to buy those panties and and women's clothing that he's into. Okay, sorry.
Easy. He ended his career in the Squared Circle in 2009, became a full-time chairman and CEO of Golden Boy Promotions, one of the most successful boxing promotions on the planet. He's also a minority owner in the Houston Dynamos.
Yeah,
in the MLS. So, let me see if I can find a bad one because I think we did some good ones there.
What do you mean? Like you're preying on the negative?
I was trying to find somebody that kind of lost a lot of money.
Well, we talked about Mike Tyson.
That's
we talked about Evander Holyfield.
That's probably the worst one of all.
Yeah.
All right, that's good enough.
Yeah, we good. You're happy now? You're happy that you have more money than some of these people, Tony?
Dude, listen, these guys, even their broke is rich broke.
This is true.
No, Brandon said no. MC Hammer's not on the list, although he did. Go through some major situations, but this was only athletes.
Yes, that's another guy. Man, there's so many people that blows my mind, man.
MC Hammer was bad. He lost a lot. He had like 50 people on his staff that were just like his homies.
Yeah,
and he just paid everybody.
And that's the thing, man. It's just like, and me and a couple people were talking about just booking artists in general. And we're just like, man, artists would get booked way more. And not even just artists, if just bookings in general. And if you're hosting an event and you'd like somebody to come and be a part of that event, you would get booked more if you didn't carry around 7+ people on your entourage.
Dude,
maybe you and your manager, that's fine.
Yeah,
but there's no need of you to have like 10 people. That's so many flights. It's so much hotel. It's just so much extra money. And I don't know. I think a lot of people kind of sell themselves short ultimately in the end.
For sure, yeah, for sure.
Unless if they're a superstar, like a Drake or maybe like a Floyd Mayweather. And
I booked a lot of dudes that travel with 3, 4, 5 people, and they're not superstars, or they were superstars at one point.
Yeah,
but they still travel with an entourage because they still think they're at that level.
Yeah,
but you know that your paycheck goes down.
Exactly.
I'm not paying you big money for all your homies to come on party. It ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, I gave you $20 per diem.
That's all you get. You get a sandwich and a smile.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe a Coke and a smile.
Yeah, man, depending on where you go.
But yeah, MC Hammer definitely on that list, man. MC Hammer lost a lot.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm not there. I've never.
Will Smith's one of the big comebacks.
He's another comeback story. Yeah. He had a lot of money. Then again, it was the homie store just paying and just buying a lot of stuff that was unnecessary. And then he just focused down, I think, in like an apartment building. And
dude, at one point he owned like 21 cars. When he was like 22 or something stupid. Like he just spent money like it was, and then he lost it all.
It's disgusting.
And then he got the break on Bel Air.
Yes. And
everyone laughed and said, "You're a joke. You're gonna put this broke rapper on an NBC sitcom, and he's gonna make a comeback." Now look at him.
Exactly.
Right.
It's insane.
Anyway,
so
save your money, people.
Exactly. Save your money. Save your money, and also we always appreciate the underdog comeback story.
Boom, boom, boom.
Right?
Yeah.
So, anyways, we appreciate everybody for tuning into the show as always.
Are we doing an early show tomorrow?
Tomorrow we're going to be doing a little early show because myself and Tony have a couple events going on tomorrow evening. And then I have another event in later on in the evening. So
evening.
Yeah, evening. Yeah. So tomorrow we may do the show probably like around 3 or 4.
Yeah, maybe earlier.
Yeah, late or whenever. We'll let you know.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah,
follow us on social media. You'll know.
Yes, exactly. But if you see the stream, feel free to join in and say what's up. Pop in and whatever. Say what's up.
Thank you guys for joining us today. We do appreciate it.
Yes.
We'll be back tomorrow.
Yes, and whatever you guys get up to this evening, be safe. And again, we would love to see you tomorrow.
Peace.
We out. Hey, how's it going, YouTube? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Talking Trends. If you like the show, please subscribe below.